Morning, everyone. It is Saturday morning at my home out in the country. We are just kind of waking up. My husband went to work really early this morning, so I've got a nice quiet house. I've got my coffee this morning, and today we're going to do some unboxing. I have two orders that just came in. One came from Amazon, and the other one is from my... Oh, this one doesn't say which one it is, so I don't know where this one came from, and I don't know what it is. So we're going to find out what's in these boxes and see what new stuff's coming out in the future. Hopefully my Halloween stuff will be here and my Christmas, because I'm ready to get going for the holidays. Let's see what I got. Oh, I had to get my coffee this morning. It feels so good. All right, let me put that down. I'm going to turn the box down here, and we're going to find out what came in these boxes. Ooh, this seems really good. All right, so this is the first one. Oh, this is my wholesale supply one. Cool. I already know what's in this box. So I got little scoops. Put that down here. I got some little scoops so I can take my micas out of their boxes. I got some activated charcoal. This is probably too soon. Let me move this box. Oh, there we go. Activated charcoal from Crafter's Choice. I'll be using this in my Halloween mixes. I've got some really cool witchy stuff and some just a whole bunch of Halloween stuff that I'll be doing with that. Also some good scrub stuff. Oh, here's a weird box. Let me move my other box out of the way here. Maybe we can figure out what's in this. What's in this? I love the way these guys box their stuff up. It comes to me perfectly wrapped, and I've never had an issue with a broken bottle at all. Oh, and it is a bottle. Which flavor is this? Oh, this is my hemp flower oil. My new scent coming out for the fall. I'm going to probably do a demo of this next week. Let me see what it smells like. Ooh. Ooh, kind of weird. I will be doing a 100% hemp product at some point, and this is going to go along with that. My hemp flour. I love hemp flour. Ugh. And it looks like my second bag of scoops. Oh, and all my micas came. Cool. Let's see. We've got, see if you can see the bottom of that. These come in really dark packages sometimes, so they don't always. Let's see if I can open this up gently. Oh, and it's got a lid. I'm going to pull the lid off because oh, my purple mica. Look at that. This is called Mystic Purple Moon. Oh, I'm so excited I got that one. That one is going to go along with a Halloween product that I have coming out. I cannot wait to get that one. I have a pink one. And a neon green. This one's going to be really pretty. I don't want to open these too soon because I'm not ready really to use them. There's my fruit punch. This is kind of an orange, red, pink. Kind of a mixture. And another, it's a darker green and a bright blue. What's this one called? This was a bell bottom blue from Crafter's Choice. And that green was baby grasshopper green. What else do I have here? Oh, yellow baby quick mica. It's kind of like a golden yellow. Can't wait to use that one. Turquoise teal. That'll be pretty. And what else do I have here? I bought a couple white ones too, only because I've got some Christmas stuff I'm working on too. Yeah, sparkle white snow. I got a couple of those. Those are really pretty. That one I will open up because I got to start working on those to get those ready to go. Probably start doing, oh yeah, look at that pretty crystal. I don't know if you can really see it in there. It's really pretty. It's really light colored. Bring it up to the camera there so you can see it. Really pretty. That will be doing some soaps and some bath bombs with that. I've got some snowy scents coming in. I think I got snowberry and I got glitter all over my... And a couple other ones that will be really good. And then I got a steel gray one. I've got a men's product that I'm going to be using on that. So that is box one. I'm hoping this box from Amazon is the one that I really wanted. I'm just going to put these all back in here. All right, let's save all that. Those are a couple of different projects that are coming up. Let's open this up. People ask me a lot of times, well, how much do you really spend on all of your product? Well, to get going with your business, you've got to invest in your business. And I decided that since I was in a pretty good financial situation when the COVID hit, that I would take some money and I would put it back into the business. Not all of it. I did pay off a few bills. Actually, I paid off quite a few bills and got myself balanced again. Oh, this is my selfie. I don't know if you can see that. My selfie ring light stand. So let's take a look, because this should have my new, oh, I'm so excited about this. This was a good buy. I got this on Amazon. It's by C Studio. It was highly recommended and very well packaged. Wow. But this has my new tripod in it, which I cannot wait to use. This will be nice for filming all of my videos. So there's that. I'll put it back in there just to keep it there. All of my gear. Oh, there's my phone holder. Actually, I think that's my tablet holder. And my phone holder, and it comes with a little remote that I'll sync up to my phone here. That'll make it much easier. And then a clamp holder. And then my ring light, which I'm really excited to use. Let's see if we can open this up here and I can show you what the ring light looks like. That's what the ring light looks like. So this is how I'm going to start videotaping my videos now. This is a really good haul. I'm so glad I got this stuff. And there you have it. There's my 2 boxes I just got in. Next, I will be, hopefully the other box that I have coming in, I got notice of it this morning. It should have my fragrance oils in it, and that's the stuff that I'll have for the winter. I'll be doing, going to start my production on my Halloween and Thanksgiving soaps and bath fizzies. I sat down the other night and decided that I was going to, oh, sorry about that. I sat down the other day. You can see behind me I have my soap stuff ready to go. I'm going to get the lighting system set up, and then I'll probably videotape some stuff in a little while. Back to my coffee because I really need it this morning. I'm dragging. So, didn't go fishing yesterday like I thought I was going to. I was hoping I was going to go fishing, but with the sunburn that I have on my face, I don't know if you can see it or not, but we decided to keep me out of the sun today. I usually don't burn this bad, especially after I've been out in the sun for quite a while and I have a good solid tan, and I never burn like this, so we're not quite sure what's going on. My system's off somehow. So we just decided not to go out in the sun yesterday, and we're going to go fishing this afternoon. Weather's supposed to be a little bit better. And we did find some umbrellas for our camping, or for our chairs. So we're going to put those umbrellas over us, and that's going to help prevent me from getting sunburned again. Because it's been miserable, but you know, it is how it is. Everybody talks about, you know, being careful with the sun and stuff, and you know, I have to admit, I've lived my entire life and I've never had an issue with the sun. I've never come down with skin cancer. I've never come down with anything, knock on wood, you know, but I have a good family that we've sunned ourselves in the sun our entire lives, and we've never had any issues. So I do, however, if you have family that has cancer in it or issues with cancer, definitely protect yourself in the sun. I don't want to minimize that whatsoever for other people, because it's really important. But off my soap blog. So later on, as you can see behind me, I have a new soap we're going to make this afternoon, or probably just in a little while. I got to get this cleaned up and we'll get that done, and I'll tack that onto this video. And then I will also, as soon as we get in the other order, I will show you some of the new scents I have coming out. Here again, the scents that I'm going to show you will not be the names of the scents that will be coming out. I always change them and make new scent names out of them. I do that simply because it's just the way I like to do my business. Bottom line, I like to change the names of things and create my own stuff. And that's the way you should be too. You know, go out there, find out what your if you want to start a business and you want to get going in soap making, go ahead and find out, you know, what your scents and stuff are that you want, and then make them your own. Create something brand new that people haven't seen. It's really fun to do. I'm a very creative person. I love to do a lot of stuff, diamond painting and knitting. Well, I can't knit anymore. My hands won't do it, but because I'm getting up in my years. um, but you know, crocheting, I do still love to loom crochet and do some diamond painting, and I'm very crafty. I like to do lots of crafts. I just wish I had more time to do them because I don't right now, but it's the way it goes. I've got my almond mocha coffee here. I'm going to continue to drink. I'm going to finish setting up for our soaps that I'm going to do here in just a little bit with a brand new Island. It's called Island Sea Mist. Excuse me. And we'll be working on that soap here in just a little bit. I will also reveal the soap that we made yesterday, which was it turned out very beautiful. I'm very happy with the soaps, and I do have my new bars. I'm pretty sure those are the bars I'm going to do. I'm going to do single bars and then my large pack of bars, and I'll sell them at 2 different price points. So if somebody doesn't want the more expensive bars, they can get the less expensive bars. And I'll probably do some group of hand soaps too with my batters. I'm really excited to get going on a lot of this stuff. And I know I haven't released any of the soaps yet. That's because they have to cure for 30 days before I can release. We're getting up to that point. I've got about another week or 2 on a couple of them. I do have some melt and pour soaps that are ready to go. I just have to get them labeled and in. I ordered labels, but they came in wrong, so I had to reorder my labels. Those are that's what the delay has been, is because my labels aren't ready to go yet. So my labels are on order as of this afternoon. I've got to go back in and redo my order. And then I will get those orders out to all of everybody as soon as I can get them up and running. So anyway, ciao. You all have a great morning, and I will see you in a couple hours when I go and do my brand new soap and reveal yesterday's soap. So ciao. Bye, everybody. All right, everybody. I realized when I went back and watched my previous video, and I came to the realization that I started to talk about something on there, which is about how much money I've spent in my business, and I really didn't continue on with it. So I thought I'd just put a little plug in here in between the 2 videos that I'm doing, and just talk a little bit about that. One of the things when you're building a business you want to do is to make sure that you're actually, you know, putting money into the business and keeping track of it. I think to get a good business started and to have especially if you're making a product, it's about $5,000. I have not spent that amount of money. Honestly, I've spent maybe $2,500. I've spent half of that, but I know there's still a lot of product that I don't have that I really still need to be able to make my soaps and things. And so I will be putting that money slowly through it. I do work, so I do have a little bit of availability to be able to put money into my business every month. I build slowly, even though I don't have any sales at the moment, but that's okay. I understand that I'm building a product and a business, and it's going to take me some time to do that. I do have some product that is ready to be released. I simply don't have it up because I don't have my labels. So, you know, take into the cost of what you're actually doing. If you are doing soaps, for instance, and I'll just use that as a perfect example, find out, you know, what you want to do. Put yourself a business plan together. Find out what you want to do. What products do you want to put in your product? What is your base product going to cost you? And then what is your add-on products going to cost you? And then add in, how am I going to ship my product? How I'm going to sell my product? How am I going to label my product? And where I'm going to sell my product. Am I going to sell it on my own website, or am I going to sell it on another site? You know, and what the cost in that's going to be. How much do I want to put for advertising? If I'm going to have an advertising company do my products advertising, or whether I want to advertise it myself. There's just so many little different things that you want to think about when you're putting in, starting up a business and doing that. And that's pretty much, I'm showing you right now how I am starting my business, my soap business. with the past several videos that I've shown you the progression of what I've done. I've gone through, several failures in developing my product, and I'm not afraid to show you that, because this is a reality of what it means to start a business. There's going to be ups and downs and backwards and forwards, and you just have to expect that in a business. I've run two other businesses in the past. Both, unfortunately, I did lose because of um, previous relationships that failed. I was in situations after that happened that I just couldn't keep the business going. So I had to close both of them down because of, one was my divorce, and the second one was due to my ex and what he was claiming against me, which was really sad. I won't go into details here because it really doesn't matter. But so I've had two previous business that I was very successful with, which was really sad to lose them. And I did try to build the second one back a little bit after everything happened, but because I did not have access to the products that I needed to make the product, I ended up losing the business altogether. And I simply closed it down and just took a break for about 4 years and said, what do I want to do with, with my life? Do I want to continue to work for another company, or do I want to start my business back up again? Well, I'm looking towards retirement. I'm in my late 50s, and I just decided that, I wanted to do something that would benefit just not myself, but other people too, and create a product that would be, beneficial to others. And so that's what I've done with this new business that I'm doing with my soaps, is I decided that I really wanted to just move forward in my life in a positive way and to rebuild, what I lost, basically, and to have a business that I could actually grow and have fun with. And, you know, business is hard. It takes a lot of work, but it should be fun at the same time. And I wanted to do something that I absolutely love. The other two previous businesses I had, I absolutely loved doing what I was doing. I loved the products. I loved building them. One was really didn't cost me hardly anything to build at all, and the second one did cost me a little bit more to build. I think the first one cost me about $1,000 to get into it, and the second one was about $5,000 or $6,000. Did I lose money on that? Absolutely not. I made the profit back on it, and I did not lose any money on either one of them. So for me to close down in those situations, it was not a bad thing. I just was, clearly upset that I lost the business, but not upset in the fact that I took a loss on either one of the businesses, because I didn't. And so on this one, I'm moving forward. I know I have many years left in my life, and I'm going to work this business for as long as I possibly can and continue to work, part-time, and do this business part-time. And then hopefully in the next year or two, I can completely officially quit my job and run the business full-time. That is my goal. That is in my business goals, actually. And that's another thing you really need to do, is have business goals. Where do you want to be? When you're starting this business, okay, I want to spend, let's say out of my paycheck, I want to spend $200, and I want to get all of my fragrances, because I know what my fragrances are going to be. Build that and do that. Set that goal. And then the following month, okay, I need to get my labels figured out. How am I going to label my product? What products am I going to carry, first of all? And then I'll create the labels for that. Build those little business tips, and they will really help you get through your business, and your business will grow slowly. There's so many little details. Like I said, you have to figure those out. Don't be afraid to sit down and brainstorm for a few nights and spend a couple sleepless nights. I did that in this. My brain just continued to work and work and work, and I kept coming up with all these ideas, and I did my research. I saw what other people were doing, and just continued to move forward in doing this particular business now. I now have my formula down that I want for my soap. I know where I'm going to sell and what I want to do. I just now have to build those. And then the next step I'm going to probably do is, I've already collected the micas that I want to use in my soaps, because I decided to use micas instead of colors. I didn't like the way the colors were coming out in some of my soaps, so I'm going to the micas. I happen to like those better. They're all natural. They're better for the earth, and that's the type of product that I want to bring out. Also, I figured out the molds that I want to do. I know that I want to do my brick molds, or my solid wood molds, and my smaller little molds for smaller hand soaps. That's perfect. That gives me 2 price points that I can sell my product at, and I'm not stuck with one solid product. product that I will be doing is my bath fizzies, which is what I really started my business on. I started wanting to do bath bombs and bath fizzies because I absolutely love them. But then I realized everybody and their monkey's doing them, and everybody and their monkey's doing is soaps too. And so I had to come up with a unique thing that, people would want to buy, and a fun name for them. Well, the bath fizzies have kind of taken a step back because I'm still trying to get those developed and worked on. I do have all the scents and the flavors. I've got about 1,000 different scents right now that I can put together and make those with. And I'm going to be doing those, developing those slowly. I kind of refocused myself on my soaps because I realized that I wanted to get my process done, but I wanted to get those selling fairly quickly because I know I can make a good profit on them, and I really wanted to get those out. I really love my soaps, and I'm very happy that I spent the time to get them going and to do that. So my formula is done. My process of how I'm making my soaps is done. My look of my bars is done. The scents and flavors that I want to do and the colorings are done. I have more fragrances coming in. I have another order coming in of that, and I also have my second order. I spent about $300 on my micas. Those are on their way in, and I should have those here in the next week. They haven't shipped yet. I just checked on them just a little bit ago because I got the small order of micas that I just showed you just a little bit ago, and then my big order of my micas is coming in. So those are set and done. I also have some titanium dioxide, which is a whitening for your soaps. And then I also have some vanilla stabilizer coming because some of my soap fragrances need to have the stabilizer because of the vanilla. If you don't use a stabilizer in your vanilla, it turns yellow or brown. And see, this is the little processes that I'm talking about. Little things like that. I was not aware when I started soaping completely, or I had actually forgotten because I've made soaps in the past. I forgot that I needed the vanilla stabilizer, and when I did one of my soaps, it turned out a really dark brown. Now, having said that, I absolutely love that soap, and I'm going to sell the soap the way it is because it actually turned out perfect. I'm okay with the dark coloring on it and the scents and the flavors that it is. It's like a mountain flower, and that's perfect. It's not bright colors that I wanted. It's a pretty brown, but I love the soap. It's beautiful. And I know a lot of people would want brown in their house, and let's sell it like that. Let's do it. Will I redo that in with the vanilla stabilizer? Absolutely, I will. I will change the flavor. I'm going to actually redo that bar here in the future, and I'll do a video on that and talk more about what happened there. But it's all these little tiny things that pop up that you have to work through. And honestly, don't be afraid of those little mistakes. Work forward with them, work through them, find out why the mistake happened, and then correct that mistake. But don't beat yourself up over it. It happens. I myself, and you saw in the previous video, I wasn't upset that my soap failed. I learned why it failed, and I realized my mistake, and I just moved forward with it. Did I lose the product? I can't sell a product because it's not good enough to sell, but I still have a product that I can personally use, and I'll write it off to the business and use it as samples of what to do and what not to do. I'll probably do some classes later on in the future and teach a little bit more about soaping. And in that process, you guys will be able to learn from my mistakes. And that's totally okay. I'm not a perfect person. I'm not a perfect human. No one is. And for me to be able to show you my faults, I hope that you can learn from that and move forward in a positive way. So don't be afraid to get out there and explore and experiment with the business that you're doing. And it doesn't matter what your business is, whether it's creating new crochet patterns or knit patterns or diamond painting images or whatever it is that you're going to do. Don't be afraid to experiment with it. And, you're going to have some fails. That's okay. Fail forward. Work through it and come up with a better product. And that's what I've done. And I hope that you guys will continue to learn and build and grow and, just make the business that you want to make a better one. That's all there is to it. So anyway, thank you for listening. I appreciate the time that you've spent with me this morning. I'm going to get my soaps ready to go, and then in a couple hours I will come back on and I will do some more soaping with you guys. I have a brand new soap that we're going to be bringing out in about 30 days. Here again, I like to keep my soaps sitting for about 30 days and then I will release them. And this one is going to be an island mist. I'm going to be doing a kind of a sort of a little bit different process, not much of a different process, but you'll see that here in a couple hours. So thank you, everybody, and I wish you all the best today. And if you have any questions, please comment down below, like and subscribe to my channel, and I hope to bring you more of these great videos. And if you need any help or have any questions, please feel free to ask me. I'm more than happy to help you out. Bye, everybody. Thanks for listening. Take care. Well, hello, everybody. It's been a couple of hours since we last spoke, and so now we're going to go ahead and do our soaping. I have everything ready to go here. My lye is at room temperature. My butters are a little bit above, and we're going to create a brand new soap today. It's called Emerald Sea Grass. I will be using a seaweed powder as my colorant, going a little bit on the natural side today, and I will be then adding some sparkle white snow mica powder. I got this from Crafter's Choice. So here we go. I'm going to show you how I'm going to make my new bar, and then I'm also going to reveal my bar that I created yesterday. It is ready to go. I'm going to let that sit for 30 days. I'll probably make a full batch of it in just a little bit. My dog wants out. Baby girl going outside. She's gonna go out and bark. Sorry, you guys. So's my other one. Bye, guys. I don't know why, but they have to go out the door barking. And they go running to the neighbors, and they have to bark at the neighbors. It's so funny. Animals are animals, and it's okay. So anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and get to soaping. I am gonna take my glasses off because I don't need them on. And let's soap. Excuse me. I am going to prep my mixer really fast because we're going to put that on. Maybe. There we go. Test it. Okay, it works because it's plugged in. I have my PPE. I have my glasses. And we're going to soap. So let me turn this down a little bit. Actually, let me pause it, and I'm going to turn it down real quick, and then we'll get to going on the soap. All right, now that I got our camera adjusted, we can now get to soaping. Right now I have my bowl that we're going to mix everything in. My lye is at room temperature. Let's test that really quick to see where the temperature is. It's showing 76 degrees. Then me showing my butters. My butters are at 81. When I add my oils, we'll lower that down. So let's just put all this together now. I'm going to first add my butters that I melted. Butters take about 5-10 minutes to melt down, and I did that. Sorry about that, you guys. My throat's a little off today. I'm not quite sure why, but it's okay. I'll work through it. I'm going to do a one color on this soap today because I absolutely love it, and I actually wanted to enhance or do a little bit of a different coloring system. Alright, so that's ready to go. I'm going to set that aside. I'm now going to add my rest of my oils. I have 3 different oils that I do and 2 different butters. It is a special blend that I use, and I'm not going to reveal that to you folks because this is my own blend that I've worked really hard to do. I encourage you to go out and do your own blends. Here goes my hemp. I will tell you that because I use an all hemp. Oh, it's not an all hemp product, but I do like to use hemp in my products. That is what my product is. And so I encourage you to go out and create your own blend. There are so many oils and butters out there. I know I've talked about this in the past. I have to get every little drop there. And so go out and do that. Adding in one of my oils. One of my other favorites that I love to use in here. I found a really good, well, I'll reveal this one too. This is an olive oil. And I absolutely love this olive oil. It gives such a smooth batch, and I like to get it all in there. The reason why I'm scraping this so much is I want to make sure that I get every little drop of this in here. That way my cleanup is easy. I don't have to spend 3 hours cleaning up takes a minimal amount. I am not going to mix this any further than I have because I'm going to add my, kind of mix this all together here. Give me a little paper towel there to lay that down on. All right, next we're going to add our lye. So on goes my PPE. I've got my one glove. Let's see if I can get this up over my other glove. Temping my soaps at about 75, 76 degrees in my house. That's the temperature I like to temp at. Okay, there's both my gloves. I know I have short sleeves on today, but I'm going to be extra careful. I do have my handy dandy. Those are kind of cool, aren't they? Back to the Future. I'm just kidding. I've got my PPE glasses on to protect my eyes because they're very, very delicate. And now we're going to pour our lye in. I'm going to gently pour this in. I'm not quite sure if you can see this, but there is an ash ring around here, so I'm not going to scrape this out. I'm just going to gently pour it in. Slow, slow, slow pour because I don't want this to bounce out at me. Scrape the bottom only just to kind of give it a little bit more in there. The top side of that. I'm just being careful not to get that ash ring in there is all. And I know right where it's at. All right, so that I'm going to put aside here because we're done with that. Mix, mix, mix. Gently scrape the side of my bowl here. All right, now before I do anything more, I'm going to take this off, but I'm going to leave my gloves on. I'm going to pop my clay in. Clean that out with my finger. I want to get all that clay in there. I like using the kaolin clay in this, even though I'm going to use a seaweed powder, kind of a double clay thing. I'll be careful with the seaweed powder so I don't overdo it. But I like to add this into my mix because it just, I don't know, it just gives such a good, smooth feel to my soaps. And when I go to use the soaps, it has such a great, great feel to them. I am hand mixing this only because if I put my mixer in here right now with that clay, it's going to powder up on me and I don't want that. So I'm just going to mix that in. As you can see, that? It's all mixed in. And those little bubbles that were there will disappear here in a second. All right, I'm going to put that in the bowl. I am done with that spatula. I actually need my bigger one, so I'll bring that out. We are going to mix this up. I'm going to mix this to a light trace. What am I doing here? I'm burping to make sure that I have no air bubbles in my mixer. All I'm going to do is gently mix this up. It won't take long to mix this to a light trace. This is accelerating a little bit faster than my normal. That's okay. Do one more. A couple more. I'm almost there. All I'm doing is mixing this to make sure that my... Ooh, that mixed up really good. All I'm doing is mixing it to make sure that all the oils and butters are mixed together and that my lye is mixed into really well. I don't want to have any separation. Actually, I need to go to my smaller mat spatula for this. I'm going to bring that back out. I'm going to scrape off all this little goodness in here. Here again, I'm scraping this out only because it makes it easier for cleanup. I went to clean my blender up the other day and it was so caked on because I forgot to do it that I almost didn't get it clean. There was a lot of residue in there and I had to get it going. All right, so that's done. I am not going to use that again, so we're just going to set that there and pull this off to the side. And then I will get that done. Ah, that's the batter that you want. Look at that. Nice, smooth pudding. Let me bring that up there. Nice, smooth pudding. Butters, oils, my kaolin clay is in there. We are now going to do my seaweed powder. And I'm just going to do this to color. I'm not going to go overboard with it. Probably just, I'm going to add my fragrance last. I just want a really light kind of a sea green because it's a sea green grass. Notice how I'm hand mixing this in. It's going to have some bubbles in it. That's what we want. But I'm going to go take this off because I actually want to go with my hand mixer. I should get my bigger one. I don't know where it is. Let's see if I can find. Ooh, it smells so good. That paired with this flower is going to be really nice. I need to find my other whisk. All right, so I'm going to add a little bit more because I'm going to color this up. And that's way too much. Maybe a little more. Because I really want this to be a really pretty, just a grassy green. The fragrance on this is like a floral grass green, so it's really cool. Set up really good. Trying to get the green out of there. It's still not as dark as I was like. This is a lighter seaweed than I normally have, so I'll add one more scoop and then we'll stop. Remember, these will go darker when you use them, so it's not a problem. All right, now, because this is a seagrass and because I want to highlight this just a little bit, I'm going to add some of this really pretty mica in it. So I'm just going to use just a little bit. I want a little bit of glitter in this. I'm going to make a little bit more. Not much, but just a little bit more. There's a look that I'm going for this. Kind of want it to be a sparkly sea green because it's called Emerald Seagrass is the name of this, but I'm going to call this probably something else. Something probably along a mermaid or something. I don't know if you can see that or not. Get that sparkle in there. It's really pretty. Really pretty sparkle. Don't want to put a whole lot in there. It doesn't need it, but I'm going to also put that on top. So let me get rid of that. I don't need it. Close my seaweed up because I've got my soap here ready to go. My mold is ready to go here. Pull this forward. Yes, we still have to add our fragrance. It's okay. I want to prep this. Wait, oh, I left it on my desk. All right, so now we're gonna showing you the process that I use when I prep my soaps. I know in the past I haven't done that, but I always like to spray alcohol in my soaps bowls because what that does is it preps the mold. And I would normally let this dry all the way, but I think we'll be okay. All right, so my isopropyl alcohol in my mold is all clean. I'm only going to make 1 or 2 bars here, so I don't need a lot. I'll use this side because I've got a little bit more sprayed on the other side there. All right, so let's do our fragrance. I only need a little bit of my fragrance. Here is my dropper. I forgot to pull my dropper out this morning because I don't need that much, so we're going to go on. I definitely need my glasses for this one because I need to see what make sure it's on grams. It is on grams automatically, so we're good there. And I only need a 0.2 of this fragrance oil, so we're just gonna do, I'm gonna drop it in because these bottles, I just do not like them. So we're just gonna go to 0.2 fragrance here. Oh, that went way over. It's 0.6. So back some of that out. That went down to 3. Might add just a little bit more. This has a beautiful clean scent. I'm going to add a few more drops only because my main batter has such a fragrance. I'm just going to overdo this just to a little bit. Sometimes you can do that with your soaps. Don't be afraid to add a little bit more fragrance, but be careful of your balance yield. You don't want to overdo it. Only because when you are making soaps, you have to be so precise on stuff that you want to be really careful with that. All right, so now we're going to add our fragrance. That seems like a little bit too little. Can't get in there to get that scraped out. Just use my finger. I'll mix this up a little bit, and then if I need to add a little bit more, I will. It seems to be pretty good. Yeah, I need a little more. seaweed's coming through and the fragrance here isn't, so I'm gonna do another dropper full in here. That should do it. For a minute. I try not to put too much over, but because the seaweed has such a strong scent to it, I wish they made. I love the color of using natural seaweed in my product, but sometimes it just doesn't work out. I hate to add any more. I am just not getting a scent here. That's better. Now I can smell it. All right, scrape that out. I've added everything I need to. I'll wash that dropper out here in a little bit when I get all that fragrance off. Close that up. Get that out of my way. Now I'm going to pour my soaps. All right, anything in there that shouldn't be in there? Nope. All right, my soaps are clean. I'm going to pour this. Did I forget anything? No, I didn't. I don't know why I was thinking I forgot something, but I didn't. There's bar 1. Here's bar 2. This should give me a yield of 2 bars plus a little bit on the top. So leave that there. We're going to let this thicken up a little bit and then I'll add the topping to it. It's not quite there yet. Okay. I'm going to let this bar sit for a little bit. Only because I want that last little bit to thicken up. I'm also going to tap this down very gently because it's a nice looking bar here. Whoops, and that's why I didn't want to do that. That is why I wear gloves. Oh, I try to clean it up and it makes it worse. All right, so tap, tap, tap. I think we got it. Bubbles are coming up. Wipe my hands off really quick. I love how that glitter has come up on the bars. It looks really pretty. Let me take my gloves off. I'm gonna let this cool just a little bit. Settle itself down. There we go. And then as soon as this is done a little bit more, this got exactly 2 bars. I am very happy with this bar. Oh, gonna heat that up just a little bit. There's a reason why I'm doing this a little bit slowly. I'm letting it build itself up because I'm putting a crust on here and doing the center because I'm gonna build this bar up here, and I'll show you in just a second what we're gonna do. It'll look really pretty when we're done. Put that away. I have just enough in the bottom there to do that with. But I have to give it just a little bit of a cooling time frame in order for me to do what I want to do with it here. I could have mixed this up a little bit better, a little bit thicker. I chose not to because I want it to set. I may not be able to do any more here. Let's see if this is going to add up. Okay, good. A little bit more in there. That's exactly the way I want the bar to look. A little bit of this sparkle on the top. It's so pretty. Yeah, it's heavy in some spots. It's okay. I'm going for something here and it's all right. You'll see what I'm going to do here in just a minute. I have my handy dandy scoop. And as soon as I can start building this up and over. Nope, it's not quite ready yet. Get all that glitter in there. I may have to let this sit for a little bit and then come back and do it. I did this the other day. It actually, bar smells really good. That little bit of extra fragrance in there really did the trick. See if I can get this to do it now. Nope, the soap is just way too soft. So I can't do the technique that I'm wanting to do with it right now. It'll harden up. It'll take a little bit of time. I may let it sit for a little bit and then build it up. In fact, I'm going to do that. Let me turn this off for a minute and then I will come back and I will show you how we're going to build this up. It's probably going to take about 15 minutes for this to harden up just a little bit for me to do this technique. So I'm going to say goodbye for a little bit and then I will come back. Thanks, everybody. All right, as you can see here, I wish I could come in a little bit closer, but I can't the way my camera is. It did build itself up finally, and I'm just going to keep going just a little bit more. Oops, that was a little bit too much. And I was able to scrape out the rest of the rest of the bar in here. Keep that even there. Because what I'm trying to do is just build a little bit of a peak up here. And it solidified itself perfectly. And inside the center of this was that glitter. I wanted that glitter effect in there. This is almost done here. Let me see if I can do the other side. I love this bar. It turned out really nice. I love the coloring of the natural sea. Of the grass. Whoops. And just love the way this turned out. This is the last part of it. I'm going to add my rocks and my glitter onto the top of this, and this is going to just look so cool. Just kind of get a little bit of a thing there. There we go. All right. Let's see if I can scrape the rest of this in, and I'm just going to kind of scrape that in the center there. As you can see, that kind of get all that goodness in there for you guys. Whoever buys these soaps, I know they're going to want all that stuff. And it just helps keep my soap cleaned up. All right. There we go. I'm going to stop playing with it. Scrape that little bit off, put that in there. And now, let's add this to it. Switch this on this other side so you can see what I'm doing here. I'm just going to put, this is rock salt. Coarse rock salt with the Snow White mica in it. It's nice and shiny and bright, and that's what I wanted. And I'm just gonna put some of this on the top here, make this kind of sparkly sea. Oh my god, these look so pretty. I cannot wait to really produce this as a full bar and get it out there. These are just my 2 sample bars I wanted to test to make sure that this soap was going to work for me, and it does very well. Just gently tap that in. I don't want to tap it in too hard, but I do want them to stay on the bar. I did that I picked up my one bar one day, and the whole top of my stuff came off. I don't know what happened there, but it did. So we'll just tap it in gently. Whoops. Well, we'll leave that there. That's fine. I'm not going to worry about it too much. This bar turned out really well. The fragrance is fantastic. I cannot wait to release this in 30 days. Let's take a little bit of that mica, just sprinkle it right on top just to kind of give it that glitter. I try to use biodegradable glitters and stuff when I can. A little too heavy there, but that's be okay. All right, there you go, you guys. I'm going to just stick my hands in there. Oh, now I got glitter all over my hands. See? I tried to keep it simple and made it worse. All right, there you go. There's those bars. Let me see if I can pick them up. They're solidified enough that I can do that very gently. There you go. There's our Emerald Sea Grass soap. I am so happy with the way that turned out. I cannot wait to do the big bar and get this released. Now that I know that it's going to work. Tap that out and clean that out later. All right, there you go, folks. We are done with our new soap. I'm going to set that aside and let that cool itself down. I opened up the house and it'll actually cool down faster. Put this away wherever my lid went. I'll just shove it out of the way here for a second. And let's reveal our soap. I took it out of the mold late last night, and I'll bring it up to the camera a little more. And Get the glitter off my hands. And these are the little squares that we did. See how pretty that turned out? I'm so happy with this bar. And here's another one. Here's the other one. That pink and that green, it just worked together. And then here is our actual bar that we built. Look at that. Turn it upside down so you can see. The green was a little bit heavier in this one. I wish there was more pink in it, but all in all, I am very happy. So there is our soap we did yesterday. That soap's name was Bahama Berry and Melon. Oh, it smells so good. I cannot wait to get that one released. This one will sit for 30 days. Since this one turned out really well and I'm very happy with the fragrance and what happened, I'm going to go ahead and do more bars with it. I know the process works and everything's good. And there you have it, folks. If you have any questions, please let me know. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more creations. Dogs are going to go off here in just a second. Like I said, I opened the door and they're just having fun today. It's so beautiful here, about 75. We're supposed to get up close to 80. So I wanted to get this soap done this morning because once the temperature goes up too high, I don't like to soap that high. I like to slope low. And there you have it, folks. Like and subscribe to get more information and new releases coming out. I have a ton of soaps that I am creating and a lot of new fragrances coming out. Thanks, everybody. I wish you all the best, and you all have a great day. I am going fishing this afternoon. We are going to try our new umbrellas. My hubby is all excited. We went fishing the other day and caught one fish, but thankfully there was somebody on the dock who was just having fun fishing, and he ended up giving us a whole bunch of fish. So we walked away with 8 trout the other day, and I got them all frozen up this morning, and I can't wait to start eating them because I absolutely love trout. So there it is. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day. Enjoy. Hello, everyone. It is Sunday, the next day, and I thought I would show you the soap that we just completed yesterday. It's turned out absolutely beautiful. I did figure out that I did need to add a little bit more fragrance to it, but that's okay. I understand that, and I can adjust that recipe, but these soaps are ready to go, and I thought I would reveal them. Remember, we did the Emerald Seagrass fragrance scent, and I will be renaming that to something else because these soaps really did not become that scent. There's a more of a seaweed scent to it, so it's like a floral seaweed. So I'll come up with a really cool name like a mermaid seagrass or something like that. But I'm still working on the name for it, but I thought I'd show you the soap that we did yesterday, and it turned out absolutely beautiful. Remember the bright green coloring on it? Tip it over. It actually, that happens sometimes. It actually turned out a little bit darker. You can't really see it in here, but it's darker than what is in the video. I'll bring it up here so you guys can see that beautiful soap. My dog's panting down below. But there you go. There's our Emerald Seagrass soap. That's one bar. Let me show you the other one. I haven't cleaned these bars up completely. I will get that done here. And all it is it just, I clean up the edges a little bit and kind of sharpen them up and make them look a little bit more pretty. Dump anything off that's going to fall off. Ooh. And there you go. There's soap number 2. As you can see, it turned out really nice. See the little edges I have to clean off. And I'll probably, I made a decision last night on my soaps, and what I'm going to do with them is cut them in slices, and I'm going to use these soaps, my tester soaps, as my I'll get the word out yet. I'm a little tired. It's been a rough day. We went fishing this morning and it was not a good day. Let's put it this way. Fish 1 million, Cali 0. But that's okay. That's the way it goes. But we spent 6 hours on the lake and it was great and it was a lot of fun. But I didn't catch anything. That's all right. Maybe the trout just didn't want to bite today and we'll just try again next week. Anyway, what I'm going to do is slice these up and use those as my samplers. If somebody wants a sample of it, then I'd be more than happy to send that to them. If you're interested in this soap, please like and comment below. Send me an email. I am going to link that email on there so you can contact me directly. And if you want a sample of the soap, let me know. The only thing I ask is that you pay for shipping and a little bit to pay for the pay for the soap itself, and I have that listed up on eBay or Bonanza. That's the other store that I'm actually working on getting up, and you can just purchase the samplers directly on there. So there you go, Emerald Seagrass. I absolutely love it. Really sea earthy tone. It's really nice. I actually like this one, and I didn't think I would. So seaweed, a little bit of floral, but there you go. There is our seaweed, our Emerald Sea Grass soap. Thanks everybody. I hope you enjoyed this video series as I continue to journey on in my soap making, and I hope you join me in your journey too. And I will talk to you all later. We have brand new soaps coming up. My holiday season stuff will be here. I'm hoping tomorrow, if I get on here tomorrow, I will post and do a video on that so you can see what our upcoming scents are going to be. I'm going to continue to make these beautiful soaps and continue to grow my scents. Soap is where I'm focusing on, and I absolutely love it. So come join me on my journey as I build my business up with my soap. Thanks everybody. Have a great day. Bye.